G'day folks. Look, this is going to be a quick video because a lot of people ask me all the time about their knife and the way I wear my knife particularly. They point that out and say, how come you got those bits of cord wrapped around your belt like that? Let me explain. Now I like to wear a leather sheath knife, which I'll show you in a second, and I like to have that on my hip as a good bushman should. And as a consequence, what I found was the knife contact with the inside of the leather holder and the belt will often be not sufficient enough to stop it sliding back and forth. That gets old pretty quickly when you're moving around a camp, building a camp, and you've got your knife around your belly button, then it's around your back, or it's sliding from one belt keeper to the other. Okay, so I thought, how the hell am I going to tighten that thing up? Because that's really annoying. Why I found my answer, and this may help you, it may not. Take it or leave it. I really am putting it into that space. I looked at my Kenjutsu days. When I was studying a bit of Kenjutsu many years ago now, when we were placing our katana into the obi, the belt, we just had a simple draped cord that would loop around both sides of the scabbard onto the belt, which is what I'll show you in a second. And that scabbard was essentially locked in tight, didn't go anywhere. Alright, so all I've done is use the same process. I've just used paracord and about a meter's worth of it so that I've got another bowstring for a friction fire drill, should I need it. So it's just combining common sense principles into something that becomes a useful system that now I just take for granted. So for those of you on the courses who've been here and sort of said, oh, what's with the strings and how can we do all that? Hopefully this provides the answer, so I only have to say this once and everyone else can sort of look at the video and get that answer. Let me cut away to the belt and then I'll explain it all and all will become apparent. Okay, so here is my preferred knife at the moment. This was a knife gifted to me by Mr. Gary Wines of the UK, who manufactures knives for British Special Forces and the wider buying public. And this was a beautiful knife. I've done a review of this knife online. If you want to look at that, go and look at that. But one of the things I found with all leather knives, irrespective of maker and designer, was this leather loop, if it wasn't somehow made tight enough with just the cut through type of method, it would really sort of allow the knife, as I said, to flap about on your belt and on your hip. So you never knew exactly what it was. Now I like to know exactly where that thing is all the time, so I actually feel it there all the time. My arm touches it and I know exactly where everything's where it should be. So what I did, as we said, is I used that samurai concept, that Japanese sword system concept of lanyards. Right, so I got about a meter's worth of paracord. I tied it around the top of the belt loop on the knife with a simple knot system. This one's just a reef knot backed up by two overhand knots, much like you would do a fisherman's knot, so that the knot stays intact and also absorbs some of the length. And then I place it onto the belt and wrap it over. So let me reconfigure that and show you that bit. Okay, so here we are with the knife back on its belt in the place I want to actually have it on. This system incidentally works with a nylon belt like this Black Hawk belt or a leather belt. I often wear a leather belt in the bush because that provides me a stropping capability to sharpen and hone the knife. So it makes sense. It just depends on what your personal preference is and how you like to roll things out. So with the two lanyards, I just pull them out like so, grab one, and I simply loop it under the belt 2 to 3 times. So it forms that type of lock on. See it there? Alright, so that type of lock on. Around the back, same deal. It doesn't matter if it goes over the belt keeper or not. Through and through. As many times as you want, usually at least one good wrap. And then this sucker goes nowhere, even if you're into belly dancing. So that's the system. That's my magical system. Take it, claim it, make it your own. It doesn't really matter, does it? So there you have it. As I said, take it, run with it. If it works for you, it works for you. Great. Knowledge is there to be passed on. It's to be transferred forward, to pay it forward. So Okay, that's out of my weird brain, but hey, everyone's got one, and if that works for you, it's yours. If it's not, well, there's another bit of useless information you can stick out there in the grey matter one day that might come in to some value to you at some point. Alright, thanks for listening, guys. I hope that's of some interest to you, and thanks for the support on the YouTube channel. Thanks for supporting us at the school here. It's great seeing so many amazing people come out to school here all the time and attend classes. It is seriously giving me the best job of my life, and I am grateful. Have a good day.